Do, 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 do. Dad! Dad, what were you thinking? I thought stretching a bit would help my back. But you started falling. My back hurts. We can land and take a break. Nah, we're almost home. I can take it. We're closer to home than I thought. Wait, Batham, let's not land at our house. Doesn't your back hurt? Let's check out the old house. Belfreeze's house? Why? We won't go into the house. We'll just fly around it and see how much work your mother did. I don't see much. The roof is still intact. The blue fence is up. Maybe all the work is happening inside still. True. Let's fly around the top floor. Wait a minute. You look very suspicious doing that. It's not like anyone lives in this house anymore. Did you know Mom makes inappropriate jokes about you doing stuff like this? She does what? Hang on. Batham, there's a hole in the floor in this room. That's not in the floor. That's right through the floor. How do you think it got there? Maybe your mother knows. Hi, Mom. Dad and I are home. Grace! What's wrong with you? You never crash on the couch unless you're upset. Think you can read me like a book, don't you? Well, are you upset? Where's Batham? She needs to hear this too. Here I am. Good. Sit down. Remember when I told you not to play in that house because it's falling apart? Yes. Listen to this. You're Shay? Yes, I am. I haven't met you yet. I'm Grace. You're gonna break down the walls? Aren't you supposed to find out where the wires are first? Why else would we have rubber hammers? You wouldn't have been electrocuted anyway, right? Sure. It was nice she was concerned. After you. Grace! You made it? You all right? I saved myself from falling through the floor. Sweet. I already knew something like this was going to happen. I warned my daughter about this the other day. Your daughter? Did you bring her here? No. She stole the key from me and started playing inside the house alone. But she knew this place was going to fall apart any day, right? I've told her more than once. Your long, funny ears are good at hearing stuff. Do you hear any more creaking? Not a squeak. You think any of the floor fell on someone? You almost fell through the floor? Shows you I was right about how decrepit the house is. Enough that a full-grown adult broke the floor. You said Shay was very fat. She is. She could have fallen through the floor. That's why she was given one job. Remove the doorknobs and the doors. How were the windows removed? Oh, Dad looked in the windows and he saw the hole in the floor. Aha! Don't you dare. Batham, where are you? Peekaboo. What are you doing in the dark? I'm reading the scariest rhinestone comic. At least people on the internet says it's the scariest. Wouldn't it be appropriate to read it during the dark of night? Actually, no. During the day is better. Are we going to fly right now? Yes. That's why I came here. Let your eyes adjust to the light first. Where are we going to fly? Just follow me. Dad, we only flew across the street. This isn't exercise. Deceiver! You're right, I lied. What I wanted to do was introduce you to who moved in now that the house is finished. Dad, is that the person who lives here now? You mean in that car? Yes. I don't know. Looks like a rabbit. What kind of rabbit? I still can't tell the difference. We'll ask him. She's wearing a vest like mine, except hers is orange. Hello. Hi. Do you live here? No, I'm here to pick up my wife. She's been working on this house. Is that so? Mine too. Wait, are you Heath? Yeah, I'm Vince. Shay's my wife. What's Shay doing in the house? I thought everything was finished. I heard it's a few last-minute nitpicking touches. Oh, those. What made you think I might be Heath? Shay had a scare when Grace nearly fell through the floor. Yeah, Grace told me Shay witnessed the whole thing. Are you making fun of me? No, I just realized you're probably wondering if that man is my dad, since his wings and my wings don't match. Yes, I'm wondering that. Is he your stepdad? No. Vince is my stepdad. And the pig with butterfly wings is biologically related to you? Other kids don't know that word. Biologically. I know it mostly because I have to explain Vince and Shay are my parents, even though we're too different. Shay is your mom? Yep. You probably know her because you heard the story of her witnessing someone almost falling through the floor of this house. And that someone is my mom, Grace. Oops, I forgot. My mom told me she met someone at work who has a kid with bat wings. I guess you're she. I haven't met anyone else with bat wings, not even other bats. Are there any bats in this neighborhood? No, I don't even find any flying in the sky when I'm up there. Is this your house? No, my house is right across the street from here. Cool. I'm Pora, by the way. Hi, Pora. I'm Batham. My mom's finally coming out of the house. Coradine, what have we told you? No jumping because it messes up the pressure, the helmet, and the tank. She's wearing a vest like mine, too. Why is she wearing a helmet? What? Hey, babe. Everything's all done? Done and amazing. Of course it is. What are you doing here? Hang on, did you walk? Why ever would I walk across the street? To stop your muscles from atrophying. New neighbor friends! Coradine, don't move around so much. You're not surrounded by water. You're more liable to fall on solid ground, and that's going to hurt. Dad already scolded me for jumping. Scolded. I know that word too! What do you mean, too? I meant two as in... Hi, my name's Pora. I'm not your neighbor, because I don't live in this neighborhood. I'm here to pick up my mom, who built this house for you. Kind of. Is your mom the really muscly pig? No. Are you expecting something, Porcupine? I thought Batham would tell the newbie that Grace is her mom. Maybe she doesn't know that's what you mean, because she's watching you and Coradine talk, and she subconsciously assumes she wasn't part of the conversation. Is that true? Wait, what did you call her? I called her Porcupine. Why? She doesn't look anything like a porcupine. My full name is Pora Quince Pine. Oh, it's a nickname! That's adorable! My parents call me Sea Pig because my name is Coradine. That starts with a C, and my last name is literally Pig. That's adorable because it sounds like the word sea, which is another word for water. I have to ask this. Is there water in your helmet? Yep. If I don't have this water, I'll die. Wait a minute. Are those two your parents? This is my foster mom. That is my foster dad. Why aren't you two wearing helmets with water? Troy and I adapted to living on land without helmets. In fact, these clothes we're wearing keep our skin healthy. But you and Dad can't stay on land for long, right? True, we can't. We still have to go underwater. How do you do that? Are there pools in your house? Kind of. I think you lanyards would call it, the basement flooded? I've seen flooded basements. I think they're too shallow for your kind. Then imagine the insides of your houses with so much water they reach the ceiling. I don't think the windows of my house are strong enough to keep all the water inside my house. Maybe we can quadruple pane them. Mom, she can breathe underwater. I can't. Oh, she's your mom. This muscly pig is my mom. Did you introduce yourself to your new friend? Oops! Hi, I'm Batham. I'm a hoverkin. Mom, a real live hoverkin! I can see that. Do you see another hoverkin around here? Another one? Where? Look around. I think what your mom means by another hoverkin is my dad. Wow! Are they your foster parents too? No. Grace and Heath are my biological parents. I would not be a hoverkin if it wasn't for my dad. Interesting how you're considered hoverkins, while you two don't look anything like birds or bats. I just realized something. What's that? I know I'm called a hoverkin because I can fly. You're a lanyard because you live on land. But I don't know what you're called. I told you, I'm called Coradine. I know that, but that's not what I meant. I was kidding. My kind's called... we're called... Dad, what are we called again? We're aquamarines because we live in water. We're aquamarines because we live in water. Sea Pig, how much do you know about your new friends? This is Pora. This is Baham. She is a lanyard. She is a hoverkin. Her mom's a mule. Her mom's a pig. And they're both my new neighbor friends! Correction. I told you I don't live in this neighborhood. Aw, but we can still hang out. Yay! I live in this neighborhood right over there. Right across the street from me? Yay! Cordine, be careful. She has delicate wings. Oops. My wings feel okay. How do they look? I can't see them from this side. They're fine. What's so funny? Have you three noticed you're a mule, a pig, and a fish? We don't have a choice. We live it. Or them, since it's plural. There are three of us. We don't have a choice. We live them? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I see. It's like that song. What song? There's a song about being compared to a mule, a pig, and a fish. What's the fourth person who's comparing themselves to the mule, the pig, and the fish? I think it's who you're singing the song to that's being compared. I bet it's about being compared to a muscly pig. Not quite. What does the song say? Tee. I mean, sing about the mule again. Something about you being stupid. Mom, that's rude! I remember. The song says a mule. I have a muscly back, long funny ears, my best feature. My hearing is so sensitive I overreact. I'm supposed to be stubborn, as well as stupid. Stubborn? What does that mean? Stubborn is like determination, except bad. Those are not nice comparisons. They sound more like insults, except for strong and muscly, and good hearing. I'm curious. Can both of you flex your biceps? Why? I just want to see if you two are strong enough to lift me off the ground. Ha ha! Fishbone. You see this? Of course, my mom's that strong. Not just that. She called me a fishbone. Well, you are a fish. A fish with bones. Fishbone is supposed to be an insult. How? Fishbone means I'm too skinny. Too skinny? Well, you are thin. Anyway, I wondered if I was so skinny and light that you'd be able to lift me. Is your arm getting tired? I'm sorry, did you say something? Snark. Darn it. You two are equal in that feat of strength. Your turn. Start flexing, Joyce. I want to see if you can carry me and Grace. You'll never take me alive. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Don't say that again because it did happen. But why them? All 6 of them? How are any of us supposed to know? It's 45 minutes, right? Right. So, either of you want to check out how this house is built to keep my family alive? I'd like to see. With this, I can still hear you, and you can hear me. Is there a way to turn this off so that we can't hear each other? Sure. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Do you want to answer that? It hasn't rung yet. Did you hear anything? Were you two yelling? We were. Yeah, I couldn't hear you very well. At most, barely audible yelling. Did Vince's phone buzz? You can hear that? No, I just saw Vince react to something. Time's up. Now we can look for them. I'll search all the pools inside this house. If they reappeared here, your wives and daughters might drown without help. I'll search around the block from the sky. Vince, you can check around the house. Front yard, backyard. On it! Bad Ham, why didn't you fly towards me? Pora, C, Shay, and Joyce don't know this neighborhood very well, so I thought hovering above them would be enough for you to find us. Good idea. It looks like you reappeared at the end of this block. That's farther than the last time Mom and I reappeared. So that's what you look like. And that's how you survive in this house. Cool. I know! This is perfect for my mom's business. What does your mom do? Some adult lanyards want to adopt babies. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is when they adopt aquamarine babies. They don't understand that us aquamarines need water. Lanyards think they can adopt an aquamarine baby and it'll get used to living on land. Troy and I were able to adapt because we started when we were adults. If the baby aquamarine is expected to adapt on land, the baby will become so sick they'll die. I have this house here so when that happens again, we can take our babies back and keep them healthy. What about the parents of those babies? Not the adopted parents, the biological parents. Won't they try to get their babies back anyway? Some of those parents are not very smart adults. What they should have done was learn how to raise kids before they had their own. Like my mom. Pora, where did you hear about that? I didn't tell her anything. Aunt Vi told me. She shouldn't be talking to you about your parents until you're older. Can we tell them what happened in R squared? Please, now? Only the cool stuff. What sort of humiliating things did you do in R squared? When it happened, we were suddenly in a pretty room with a long table that had lots of food on it. That's a lot of food. How much do you think is poisonous? Is that a thing? Poison food in R squared? Is that a Saskatoon berry crepe? Is it tasty? Saskatoon berries are delicious. Grace, we haven't figured out if poison food in R squared is a thing yet. Don't you care a feather or a fig? That reminds me. You kids were asking about the racist song, right? Yep. Like we said before, the song is about a pig. And this is what the pig does. Please tell me you didn't. Batham, did your mom tell you what this pig does in the song? No. It goes something like, the pig has no manners when he eats. That explains it. She ate with her hands, she ate with her mouth open, she slurped some of the... What did you call it? A crepe. Pieces of the crepe went everywhere and all over her face. Do you remember what happened after that? It was delicious. It was just one crepe. Now she's in a food coma. So far I feel all right. No stomachache, no poison. Let's see if we can leave this room. There's a window over there. Where's the ground? Can I fly out there to see how tall this building is? You better have told her no. My wings are okay, so I never flew out. Besides, that fog was scary. I couldn't do it. See how responsible she's become? Mom wasn't responsible when it came to... Who'd have thunk it? Locked. Not for long. Censor. Censor. Unrealistic bull. Censor. Did you teach my daughter to curse? You didn't think to cover her ears so she couldn't hear any of that? She already heard it before. I'm talking about the moment in question, not now. Have you tried wearing the helmet and covering your ears? It doesn't work. Anyway, you know that part of the song that states the mule is supposed to be dumb? In the song, the mule is strong, which Shay demonstrated. Was it also smart how Shay opened the door? Yes, it was, because you were able to leave the room. But when Shay opened the door, she said it probably wasn't smart because something very dangerous could have been in the next room, waiting for us to trespass the threshold. Something could have been waiting for us on the other side just to attack us. If that were true, then why are we not being attacked right now? Maybe we have to literally step from this room into the next room. Other than me, the room is empty. No danger. Trap. Joyce, you poop. Joyce lived up to the lyrics about fish tricking people. Yeah, how dare you? I was hoping there'd be some floating blobs of water in the atmosphere. I'm feeling a little sick. You want to use the water from my tank, Mom? No thanks, hun. All that water is for you. Over there. Bags of water. My mistake. None of this is water. It's just bags of paint. I have to try this. Oh my fauna. Joyce, you wrote your own name. I'm so proud of you. In the racist song, the fish can't read or write. A long time ago, aquamarines couldn't read or write. How come? Have you tried writing with pens and pencils underwater? It's tough. Aquamarines could never read or write because they didn't have the appropriate tools. Exactly. But ever since lanyards and hover kids invented the technology for reading and writing, eventually the technology for us to write was invented. Now all of us can write. Grace, stand up for a second. Why? What did I do now? I'm grateful this wasn't as bad as the first time. At least that's how it sounds. Since Grace and I experienced R² twice, does that mean it's over? This is my third time. That many times? This is my first. What about you, Dad? I never experienced R². Never. Same. It'd be so cool if you guys were captured in the reality rift. My dad could swim his way out, your dad could fly, and Is it racist to say you run fast? Not at all. I'm as fast as lightning. She was talking to me, you silly. That's racist. Speaking of, there's one thing I always wondered about that song. What part? There's a line that says the pig's shoes are a terrible disgrace. Except, what are shoes? Crips are delicious.